Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this Olivia Wilde Golden Globes inspired look. It's a cool burgundy smoky eye with a really nice nude lip. Using burgundy or red toned eyeshadows can often be a risk. If they're too warm it looks like you have a bit of an eye infection, but if you use cool toned reds then they can often look quite stylish and can be pulled off really nicely. I've also included the easy effortless waves that Olivia was rocking on the red carpet. That's so easy to achieve with a curling wand, so I hope you guys enjoy. Keep watching. I'll be starting off with my usual primers, the Australis, the original primer, and the NYX Shine Killer primer. For foundation, I'm using the Nars Sheer Glow foundation in the colour Deauville. Conceal and highlight, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Concealer in the colour Vanilla. And to set all that, I'm using the Face of Australia Loose Translucent Powder. To prime my eyes and also cover up the veins and redness, I'm using the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. Now I'm taking a palette I bought on eBay. It's the Pro 28 Neutral Color palette or something like that, and I'm just setting, just using the two natural colors that match my skin tone and putting them all on my eyelid just to set the paint pot in place. And of course, as usual, I'll be listing all the products that I use in the description below. Now I'm taking the Napoleon Camera Finish in Look G1 and setting the rest of my foundation, following that up with the Face of Australia Loose Translucent Powder. To fill in my brows, I'm using the Too Faced Bulletproof brows in the colour Universal Taupe. Then setting those in place with the Models Prefer Brow Fixer Clear Gel Mascara. I'm then placing the Benefit What's Up highlighter on the tops of my cheekbones and blending it out with my finger. Then just using whatever was left on my finger on the bridge and tip of my nose. Then just taking that same 28 colour palette and using a matte light brown colour as a transition colour from my lid to my brow bone. Then I'm combining a white and a cream shimmery shadows and putting them on my brow bone and my inner corner as highlight. Then using a dark pinky red shade, I'm putting it all over my lid with my finger and then taking a brush just to be able to get that colour right up to the crease. Then I'm just taking my blending brush and making sure the transition is smooth. Then I'm taking a deep shimmery burgundy red and putting that all over my lid, making sure the colour is darkest at the outer corner. Don't forget to keep blending as you go. Then I'm taking the BH Cosmetics Smokey Edition of the 28 colour palette and using a nice deep burgundy as well. This one's a little bit darker than the previous one, also has a bit more shimmer, so it just adds a little bit more dimension. However, it does have quite a lot of fallout, but I will be cleaning that up in a moment. Just taking a fan brush with a light hand and sweeping away as much as I possibly can of the fallout, and then I'll be taking a loose translucent powder and placing it on there, letting it rest for the rest of my eye makeup and sweeping it away at the end. I find this is the most effective way to handle fallout rather than getting out concealer and all that sort of stuff just disturbs all the work you've just done. Now I'm just continuing to build up that colour and blend it out as I go, always going back to the same colour and sweeping it across the lid, making sure the colour is nice and even. Next I'm taking the tiniest little amount of this brilliant True Red shade and I'm placing that all over the lid, but when I say I'm only using a little bit, I mean the tiniest little amount. Too much of this can again make your eyes look a little bit infected, so just be careful when using this red colour. Now I'm taking the matte black shade from the first palette I used and placing only a small amount in the very outer corners of my eye and blending it nice and seamlessly. Combining the first transition shade and the dark pink / light red shade, putting that underneath my eye. Olivia's bottom lid was quite smoked out, so I'm really going to try and achieve that by layering on the same colours I used on the top lid. Now I'm using a mixture of the darker burgundy colours and layering them on top and really blending it quite well, so there are no lines and it's really nice and smoky. Using whatever was left with the red brush, just placing a tiny bit of that to make it a bit more red. Now taking an angled brush and that same black eyeshadow, I'm using that as eyeliner so I can easily smoke it out and blend it out. And then I'm doing the same thing on the bottom lash line and of course blending it out. Using my big fluffy face brush, I'm taking away all the excess translucent powder and all the fallout should be nicely flecked away. Now I'm using the Maybelline Line Express eyeliner and tight lining in between my eyelashes just to make my eyelashes look a bit thicker and the black eyeshadow look a bit more smoky, and of course doing the same thing in my waterline so it all is nice and matchy-matchy. Olivia didn't have any false lashes or anything on, so I'm just using the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom Mascara. I'm bronzing using the Nars Laguna bronzer. Contouring with the NYX blush in Taupe. Olivia's blush was really natural and like a nice dusty rose colour, so I'm using the Benefit Rockateur for my blush. And to highlight, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. Now I'm just lightly flaking away any mascara boo-boos that are left behind. To line my lips, I'm using the Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Pencil in the colour 040 Natural. And if you're wondering, yes, I did go and dry my hair because it was getting annoying just being wet and dangling there. And for lipstick, I decided to change what Olivia was wearing to a matte shade, so I'm using a sample size of the Napoleon Perdis Divine Goddess lipstick in the colour Demeter. So now that I've blow dried my hair, it's a little bit wild, a little bit woofy, so I want to get that under control. And I started with the L'Oreal Heat Protectant Spray, just while my hair was kind of semi-damp. Brushed it through, and now I'm going to be using the Numi 3-in-1 curler with the largest barrel. I believe it's 3-inch, but I'll confirm that in the description box. Now I'm just sectioning off my hair and taking quite large bits and curling them in a loose wave. I'm holding it for about, I'd say like 10 to 12 seconds, just because my hair is quite thick, and if I hold it for any less it'll just be limp and won't have any sort of curl at all. So I'm just holding for about 10 to 12 seconds and then letting go. now that that's done, I'm just putting my fingers through all the hair to separate it and make it not so rigid and structured, and that way the nice relaxed wave effect will be greater. Then I'm taking my hairspray and spraying from underneath the curls, that way it won't weigh it down as much as if you spray on top. And then I'm just styling the front bits of my hair and giving it a good spray. And then you're basically done and you can get on with your posing. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really did enjoy doing a celebrity inspired look, something a bit different and something I've never done before. I decided to change up the colour of the eyes to suit my eye shape a little bit more. Olivia has quite almond shaped eyes, and I thought that the shimmeriness really suited her, so I wanted to go for a bit more of a matte look but with the same colour scheme. I think I put a bit too much black on the outer corners, but I still really loved how it turned out, and I would honestly wear this on a night out anytime. Please give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, comment to request any looks you'd like to see me do, and of course, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!